We're on Keilim, Perek Kaf Chet Mishnah Vav, 6th Mishnah, in the 28th chapter of Masechet Keilim. We're going to continue talking about when you have a beged and you want to use that beged, you're going to transform it. It's Tamei Midras. Midras means Av HaTum'ah. Okay, and it's a very, very strong level of Tum'ah. And now you're going to use it for something else. You want to transfer it or connect it to something else. So what happens to the status of that beged? Says the Mishnah, Matlit, you have this matlit from the word talit, like a little shmata or a piece of cloth. Shetilaya al kupai, you hung it on a basket, meaning you made it part of a basket. Then the Mishnah says, Mitam'a echad uposelet echad. Mitam'a echad uposelet echad, that's Mishnah slang for Rishon L'Tuma. Okay, this is we've seen this before. I just want to show you. I've showed it from before, from Perek Yud Tet. Mitam'a shnaim posel echad. We're just learning terminology, okay? Shnaim posel echad, that's avatuma. Why? Because if an avatuma can make Keilim tamei, that's one. To make food tamei, that's two. And the food is sheni, and they can make truma. That's okay. Shnaim uposel echad. It's avatuma is tamei v'posel, and v'tamei echad v'posel echad is the rishon. We'll just make that. We'll make that green or something. Rishon is tamei echad uposel echad because it makes the sheni tamei, which makes the shlishi pasul. I probably should put that over there. Okay, so that's the terminology of tamei echad tamei shnaim uposel echad, or tama echad uposel echad. So that means basically that's shorthand for rishon l'tuma. Even though it was midras, it was avatuma. As soon as I attach it to the kupa, I attach it to the basket. You have a picture of Rav Posen. I took this cloth and I attached it to the basket. It now becomes part of a basket. It's no longer tamei midras, but rather it's now Tamei Magam Midras. It's our Rishon L'Tuma and not a Sheni L'Tuma. Let's go back to the Midras. He frisha min kupa. Now you take it back off. Hakupa mitame echad uposelet echad. The kupa was Magam Midras, so the kupa is Rishon. V'hamatlit tehora. But the matlit, the talit, is tahor because it's nothing anymore. It was part of a basket. Now it's no longer anything. I guess a good way of getting a good trick, if you know the tricks, a good way of getting your a beged that was tamei midras out of tumah. If you want to connect it, you tie it to a basket, use it for a while. Sounds like our tricks of I can't wash my clothes before Tisha B'Av. I'm sure they had their tricks back then. Tila'aya al habeged. Let's say I attach it not to a basket, but I attach it to another piece of clothing. Right? I patch it onto a beged. Says the Mishnah, mitamishnaim uposelet echad. Then it was midras. It continues to be midras, and now the beged becomes part of this matlit. So the whole thing becomes part of the beged itself. He frisha min beged. If I take it off the beged, then habeged mitame echad uposel echad. Once I take it off, the beged now is magam midras, so therefore it's only a rishon. Hamatlit, but the matlit, the shmata, the cloth that I removed, it was midras. Connected it, then it's still midras, and now it's still mitamashnaim uposel echad. It's still considered Tumat Midras. It still retains its Tumah from before. I want to go back to the Bartanura and explain how is it possible that when I take the matlit off, in this first case it's Tehorah. So the Bartanura says, why is it Tehorah? He says, I'll explain to you why. Kevan shetla'ah bekupa. Once when you connected it to the basket, nasid kekupa, it became like a basket. V'havi leke chatichat dofen, and it became like a piece of the wall of the basket. Shenami nakupa. You took off the wall of the basket, that's Tehorah. Remember, if you had a piece of basket that was tamei, you took it off, it's Tehorah. But if you took it off the kupai or this piece of cloth, then you said, I'm going to use it now as a cushion, as a piece of cloth. Then it goes back to being a piece of cloth, and it's in mekabelet tuma. So that's if you connect it to a basket. And we also learned the rule of if you connected it to a cloth. Sak, remember, is shirt hair, or leather. Rameir says the same thing. It doesn't matter if you connect the cloth to other pieces of cloth, or to shirt air, or to leather. It's all kinds of textiles in a way. And the din is the matlit retains its identity. Rabbi Shimon says no, only if you connect it beged to beged, but not beged to or beged to sak. Rabbi Yossi says al haor tahor. If you connect beged to leather, then it's tahor. Then it becomes like a basket. Then it's new. Al hasak. But if you connect it to the shirt cloth, the hair cloth, or whatever, because it was tamei mipnei shu arig, then it's close enough. The sak is woven. It's woven not from thread, from wool or linen, but it's woven from hair. That's close enough to be considered still a textile of some kind. It's arig. It's woven, and therefore the cloth retains its clothiness as opposed to be connected to the leather. All right, we'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.